Hello, hello. Welcome to Math City with Miss G. Today we are going to learn about how to factor polynomials where a is greater than 1. What do we mean by a greater than 1? We are referring to, if we recall, the standard form of a polynomial, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So the leading coefficient, which is a, this time is greater than 1. So with equations greater than 1, I will use split the middle method. There are other ways to factor polynomials where a is greater than 1, but I will be using split the middle method. So if you don't know how or what split the middle is, let me show you. Right, so first thing is we are going to make the equation equal to 0. So take inverse of negative 18, that is positive 18. So we can make the equation equal to 0. So 7x squared plus 18x plus 8 equals 0. There is nothing we can combine, so we're individually writing each term one at a time. Now, what do I do next? So the first step in splitting the middle is to multiply a and c. So a times c is 7 times 8, and that 7 times 8 is equal to 56. I am going to use the table. And then b is, which is b, the middle term. b is 18 positive. I am looking for factors of 56. When multiplied, that will give me 56, two numbers. And then when added, it will give me 18. So I think I need to use 14 times 4. 14 times 4 is 56. And 14 plus 4 is 18. So it checks both boxes. So I will be using these factors. So split the middle is literally splitting the middle. We will write 14x using that. I will also write the positive 4x. So 14x plus 4x is equal to 18x. Now, what do? We're going to drop, 14 is positive, so I need to write positive. So we're going to drop the first term, 7x squared. Drop the last term, which is 8, equals 0. And then we're going to group, factor by grouping, because we have 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 terms. We're going to factor by grouping. We're going to take out what's common in each group. So for the first group, the common factor is 7x. We're taking out 7x. We are left with x plus 2. In the second group, common factor is 4. Greatest common factor. So plus 4. And so that will give us x plus 2 equals 0. Our new common factor is x plus 2. These two are meant to be the same. And then we are going to combine our previous factors, which is 7x plus 4. We group this together. Hold on, this positive is not supposed to be there. We are going to write 7x plus 4 equals 0. Then isolating x by itself, so I would do x plus 2 equals 0. And then 7x plus 4 equals 0. So I am going to bring this over on this side. So one answer is going to be x equals negative 2, taking inverse. The other one is x plus 4 equals 0. Taking inverse of positive 4, that would be negative 4. Divide both sides by 7. So x is equal to negative 4 over 7. So the solution for this problem are, we have negative 2 and negative 4 over 7. Okay, so let's try another problem. Let's try this one right here. Okay, so we want to make the equation equal to 0, and so we're going to get rid of the negative 1. So inverse of negative 1 is positive 1. So this will give us a 0. Combine like terms, that would be 7b squared plus 56 minus 2. Again, I am going to use split the middle. So I will multiply a and c. So a times c is 7 times negative 2, which would give me negative 14. And b is equal to 56. Oh, sorry, is equal to 5. So the factors that I should be using are 7 and negative 2. Multiplying 7 times negative 2, that is negative 14. Add 7 plus negative 2. That's positive 5. It checks the box. Now I'll split the middle. I will do plus a positive 7b and a minus 2b. So 7b minus 2b is 5b. All right, so now we're going to drop the first term. Drop the last term. Equals 0. And then we are going to group because we've got factor this by grouping. We've got 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So group the first 2 terms. Group the last 2 terms. Take out the GCFs. So you can see common factor is 7b. We'll take out 7b. We're left with b plus 1. In the second group, the common factor is negative 2. We'll write minus 2. And we are left with b plus 1 equals 0. So our new common factor is b plus 1. And then our previous factors were 7b, common factors, 7b and minus 2. We're putting these two together. Equals 0. All right, so isolating b, so I will have b plus 1 equals 0. Negative 7b minus 2 equals 0. So this will be, we're going to isolate b by itself. So b is equal to negative 1, taking inverse of positive 1. 7b is equal to positive 2, inverse of negative 2. Divide both sides by 7. So b is equal to 2 over 7. So solution for this problem, number 2 is, or are, negative 1 and 2 over 7. Okay, let us try one more problem. Let's try this one right here, number 3. We're gonna isolate or make the equation equal to 0 so we can start factoring. So I am going to do inverse of positive n squared, that is minus n squared. And this will give me 4n squared. Minus 27n minus 7 equals 0. Again, I am going to use split the middle, so I'm going to multiply a times c. That would be 4 times negative 7, which is equal to negative 28. The b value is the middle term, which is negative 27. So what are factors I should be using? So I'll use negative 28 times 1. I'll multiply that. That gives me negative 28. Negative 28 plus 1 is negative 27. And we are going to use these two factors. So negative 28n, and then a positive n. Adding these two makes the middle term. Let's drop the first term, drop the last term, equals 0. Then we are going to group the first term, or first two terms, and the last two terms. Take out the GCF. So our GCF here is 4n. So 4n, we are left with n minus 7. In the second group, the common factor is just 1. As you can see, this is n minus 7, n minus 7. You might say, there is nothing common. There is, and there is 1. So we are going to put a positive 1 because this is already n minus 1, which is exactly the same as the remainder in the first group. So they're meant to be the same. So we keep it the same. So we drop n minus 7 equals 0. So our new common factor, which is n minus 7, and then our previous common factors, we're going to put them together for n plus 1 equals 0. Then isolating n, that will be n equals positive 7, and we will have n equals negative 1. So n is equal to negative 1/4. So solution for this specific problem are 7 and negative 1/4. All right. If you find value in this video, please hit subscribe and like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.